Think how to adjust VAT adjustment in the economic equation. Assets equal liability plus equity. Think about this example. 50,000 worth of goods was sold for 92,000 including 15% VAT on credit. This is selling price including VAT 15%. Therefore, think it is include sales and VAT. Think it is given including VAT 15%. Therefore, VAT value can be calculated 92,000 divided by 115 in 15. Therefore, here VAT value equal to 12,000. As selling price should be considered 8,000. Think on credit cost value equal 50,000. You have to know how to record in the economic equation. Think first one effect for stock decrease. Stock decrease 50,000, asset decrease as stock. And think data increase 92,000, data is assets, 92,000 asset increase as a data. But think profit should be calculated by comparing cost value and selling price equal 30,000. Think this is profit. Profit should be recorded under equity. Equity increase 30,000 as a profit. Equity increase as profit 30,000. But think that collection on sales is not our income. It should be payable to the governments. Therefore, think liability increase. Liability increase 12,000 as a VAT payable. This is liability VAT payable to the governments. Stock decrease but data increase total value. Effect for data increase thing, data se on debit, sales se on credit, VAT control on credit. VAT collection on sales is not our income, that is liability. The profit should be calculated by comparing cost value and selling price. As selling price should be considered without VAT price. Data se on debit 92,000, sales se on credit, as well as VAT control on credit. Think it is a liability. As we think about this transaction, think purchase size. Think purchase goods on credit 46,000, including VAT 15%. Think 46,000 credit purchase, including VAT 15%. Therefore, here include VAT as well as purchase. Recognize separately purchase and VAT. Credit purchase, VAT rate is given 15%. Therefore, VAT value can be calculated 46,000 divided by 115 into 15. Therefore, here VAT value equals 6,000. VAT value equals 6,000. It means purchase price equal 40,000. Think how to record the economic equation. Credit purchase including VAT 15%. Right. Now think how to record in the economic equation. Assets equal liability plus equity. Think assets equal liability plus equity. Right. The thing this one effect for stock increase. Stock increase only 4,000. Stock asset increase as stock 40,000. And think VAT value also assets receivable from the government. Therefore, asset increase 6,000 as a VAT. As a VAT receivable. Think VAT receivable, that is assets. And creditors increase total value. Therefore, liability increase 46,000 as a creditors. Liability increase as a creditors 46,000. Think stock increase only 40,000 without VAT price, but VAT value can be claimed from the government, receivable from the government. It is separate assets increase and creditors increase by total value. Think double entry, purchase account debit, VAT control accounts or VAT receivable account debit and creditor control account credit. You have to know how to record VAT on the economic equation also. If it is given expense also same way. Think electricity expense paid in cash. Electricity expense paid in cash, think about 23,000. Electricity expense paid in cash 23,000. It is include VAT 15%. Also same way. Divide by two parts. Electricity expense and VAT. Rate is given 15%. Therefore, 23,000 divided by 115 into 15. VAT value equal 3,000. It means as electricity paid demand equal to 20,000. As expense should be considered only 20,000, but think VAT value, if our business is registered, VAT paid amount can be claimed from the governments. Therefore, expense increase. As expense should be considered only 20,000. Therefore, expense increase equity minus as electricity expense increase equity decrease. VAT paid amounts can be claimed from the government, receivable from the governments. Therefore, asset increase as a VAT receivable, not payable. Thing and paid in cash equal cash decrease by 23,000. Paid in cash 23,000. If it has paid in cash, thing expense paid in cash, asset decrease. If it has not paid, if it is accrual expense, if it has not paid, liability increase. But think very important, electricity paid in cash equal 23,000, but it is include VAT. VAT paid amount can be claimed from the governments. Therefore, that is assets. As expense should be considered only without VAT price. Equity decrease, think VAT value receivable, assets. If it has paid in cash, cash decrease. But if it has not paid, accrual expense, liability increased by 23,000. If our business is registered for VAT. But the same example, if our business is not registered, VAT paid one cannot be claimed. Therefore, total value became expense. If our business is not registered, VAT paid one thing was. Electricity paid in cash equal to 23,000. Total value cash minus. Asset minus as a cash. Think if our business is not registered, VAT value cannot be claimed. Therefore, VAT value also became a part of expense. Therefore, equity minus 23,000 as electricity. Think VAT also became expense now. Think same transaction. If our business is registered, VAT value can be claimed. In this situation, as electricity should be considered only 20,000. But if our business is not registered, VAT paid amount cannot be claimed. Therefore, it became a part of expense. Think 23,000 electricity expense. But if our business is registered, electricity expense equal 20,000. Therefore, think how to record each and every transaction relevant for VAT also on the accounting equation.